Have you ever wondered what the biggest thing holding a school back really is? What if I told you it wasn't a lack of passion, but a lack of a plan? Today, we're digging into the high-performing school leadership playbook, which is all about building a framework for excellence.
And this right here, this is the idea that just flips everything on its head. We're so often told that passion is what makes a great leader, but this playbook, it argues that passion without a solid plan just leads to burnout, not breakthroughs. The real game changer isn't more heart, it's smarter systems.
Okay, so let's be super clear about what this is and what it isn't. This is not about a bunch of inspirational quotes or, some abstract academic theories. This is a playbook in the truest sense of the word. It's a set of real, actionable strategies that were tested for over a decade in schools that were facing some of the toughest challenges out there. It's a tool, not just something to read.
So, what really happens when all that incredible passion isn't guided by a clear blueprint? Well, you get chaos. And honestly, for way too many schools, that chaos is just the draining, day-to-day reality of trying to operate without intentional systems in place.
This slide just nails it, doesn't it? It's that vicious cycle. You're constantly putting out fires, so the really important work, the stuff that actually moves the needle, it gets shoved to the side. Then inconsistency creeps in, and your culture starts to erode. All that data you collect, it just sits in a folder somewhere. And your best people, they get burned out and they leave. Before you know it, the trust you had with your community just crumbles.
So how in the world do you break out of that cycle of chaos? Well, the playbook's answer is kind of radical. You don't start with some shiny new program. Nope. You start by building a movement. And that is such a huge shift, moving from just doing strategies to creating a deep collective belief in what's actually possible.
And let's be clear on what a movement really means here. It's the deliberate, focused, relentless pursuit of transforming a school. It's built on a foundation of belief, it's driven forward by systems, and it's kept alive by people who all share the same mission. This is not about some temporary burst of enthusiasm, it's about building a sustainable force for change that everybody feels like they own a piece of.
But look, a movement without a destination is just spinning your wheels, right? This blueprint gives it direction by making leaders answer 3 absolutely critical questions. 1. Why are we even here? 2. What does success actually look like for us? And 3. How do we behave? What are the non-negotiables? And these are not just feel-good words to put on a poster. They are the daily commitments that truly define your culture.
All right, so once you've built that foundation of belief, you need the architecture to actually hold it up. This brings us to the core pillars that turn that movement into a high-performing school.
The first pillar? Clarity. It's that simple. Because all the passion, all the energy of your movement, it's just noise if it doesn't have clear direction. The playbook makes it plain. Clarity isn't just a nice to have, it is a leadership discipline. It's what turns all that passionate noise into real, measurable results.
And here is one of the most powerful tools for getting that clarity. It's the Eisenhower matrix. It forces you to look at every single task and put it in a box. Is it urgent and important? You do it now, no question. Is it important but not so urgent? You schedule it, and you protect that time like your life depends on it. Urgent but not that important? Delegate it. And if it's neither urgent nor important, get rid of it. This simple little grid is a leader's best friend against the tyranny of the urgent.
This quote just cuts right to the heart of it, doesn't it? Most leaders, they know what's important. The gap isn't a lack of knowledge, it's a lack of discipline. It's about having the discipline to say no to the things screaming for your attention so that you can say a powerful yes to the work that truly changes things for students. And that discipline, it leads us directly to the next pillar. And honestly, this might be the most critical one of all, your team. The playbook makes a really bold claim here. Your people strategy is your school strategy, period. Everything else you want to do hinges on getting the right people in the right roles.
Okay, this model completely reframes how a leader should be investing their time. You know the common trap, right? Pouring all your time and energy into your bottom 10% of performers? This playbook says, flip that script. You invest the huge majority of your coaching time, 70%, into your solid contributors. Why? Because that's where you're going to see the most growth. You empower your top 20% to lead, and you deal with the bottom 10% quickly and decisively.
And this is the bottom line, folks. The order of operations here is absolutely critical. Your number one job is to invest in the people who are pushing the mission forward. Dealing with those who aren't is also your job, but it can never ever come at the expense of developing your core team. That's a leadership imperative.
So you've built the belief, you're focused on clarity and your team. But how do you actually know if any of it is working? This is where the playbook gets really practical, about making success something you can actually see and measure.
Think of this as your pre-flight checklist. Before the school year even kicks off, a leader has to be able to answer these 5 questions with total, unwavering confidence. And they aren't just philosophical prompts. They are the vital signs of a healthy school. If you hesitate on any one of these, you've just found your most urgent priority.
So, what does a successful first year look like in black and white, in concrete terms? Well, the playbook boils it all down to a single, really powerful number.
And here it is, 90%. This is the ultimate proof that your movement is real. If 90% or more of your teachers and your students choose to come back, that's the clearest possible signal that your culture is strong, your systems are working, and that people truly believe in the future you are building together. It's not just a goal, it's the benchmark for a successful first year.
And when you boil it all down, this is the core philosophy of the entire playbook. Excellence is never an accident. Great schools don't just happen. They are great because someone, somewhere, made a deliberate choice to build the right systems, develop the right people, and hold everyone to a high standard.
And that brings us to the final, most important question of all. Because this can't just be an interesting theory, right? It has to be a catalyst for action. After seeing this blueprint, the only question that really matters is, what are you going to do about it? What is the very first system that you will build?